Live, Sam Bankman-Fried's judge sends jury home so he can hear FTX founder first at crypto fraud trial. As he took this rare step, the judge said the case will likely wrap up next week. Sam Bankman-Fried's testimony began Thursday without the jury present, so the judge overseeing the case could review the FTX founder's comments first. Judge Louis A. Kaplan told jurors as he was dismissing them that the case will likely wrap up next week. Bankman-Fried's initial comments on the stand were delivered in crisp, polished tones that differed from the uncertain responses he gave during a Good Morning America interview a year ago. New York. Sam Bankman-Fried took the stand Thursday at his criminal trial, but the jurors were sent home for the day so the judge could hear from the FTX founder first about certain aspects of his testimony and decide what is admissible. A rare step. It may be a little bit of a surprise, Judge Louis A. Kaplan told jurors, but you've got the rest of the day off. Judge Kaplan, who said this is not something he's done in years, also told them the case will likely wrap up in the first half of next week. We're in the home stretch, he said. Bankman-Fried, who took the stand in the Manhattan courtroom just before 2 p.m. Was asked what messaging platforms his exchange, FTX, and trading firm, Alameda Research, used. He also answered queries about data retention policies and FTX regulatory concerns in crisp, polished tones that differed from the uncertain responses he gave during a Good Morning America interview a year ago. He pointed toward FTX attorneys and his external general counsel as the architects of various documents that allowed for everything from FTX's auto-deletion policies for the Signal messaging app to its terms of service. Bankman-Fried specifically named general counsel Dan Freeberg as well as external law firm Fenwick & West as creating many of the documents in question. Sam Bankman-Fried's Thursday comments are a preview of arguments he may present to the jury when they return to the courtroom. Judge Kaplan blocked the defense from raising issues like an advice of counsel defense prior to the start of the trial, but said Bankman-Fried's attorneys could raise certain arguments tied to the presence of counsel with the court's permission. The defense team raised some of the topics in a Wednesday filing, which the U.S. Department of Justice said it opposed. Judge Kaplan said he wanted to hear about it in more detail before deciding whether to allow the jury to hear the testimony. At various points, Judge Kaplan directed defense attorney Mark Cohen to be more specific with the questions he asked Bankman-Fried. The FTX founder's decision to testify is risky. While Bankman-Fried has tried to frame the collapse of his FTX crypto exchange as an unavoidable accident, he gave interviews to reporters, started a Substack newsletter, and tweeted to downplay his culpability after his company filed for bankruptcy in November 2022. He is exposing himself to tough questioning from prosecutors. Motion to dismiss rejected. Cohen had tried to dismiss the prosecution's case after the DOJ rested its case earlier in the day, arguing insufficient evidence had been provided so far to support a conviction. This is a common procedural move that Judge Kaplan denied. The prosecution rested its case after calling one less witness, FBI Special Agent Mark Troiano, to show that Bankman-Fried used the auto-deletion setting for the majority of his conversations on the Signal messaging app. The defense then called as witnesses Crystal Roll, a Bahamas attorney who represented Bankman-Fried, followed by financial services expert and consultant Joseph Pimbley. Then came Bankman-Fried's turn. The former exchange CEO is accused of misusing his customers' and investors' funds to the tune of over $8 billion lost by the time FTX filed for Chapter 11. The U.S. Department of Justice has argued over the past few weeks that Bankman-Fried directed various actions that led Alameda Research, another of his firms, misappropriate funds and then hid losses until the house of cards abruptly collapsed. Bankman-Fried's former colleagues and inner circle, former Alameda CEO Caroline Ellison, former FTX Director of Engineering Nishid Singh and former FTX Chief Technology Officer Gary Wang, all testified against him, telling a jury in the New York courtroom that he specifically directed them to allow Alameda to tap FTX customer funds and to hide those actions from the company's investors. Read all of CoinDesk's coverage here.